As you know, and we probably talked about it before, some companies have found, free companies actually, are saying now that their vaccines are 94% operational. It still means that, you know, to be realist, there's another 6 months of fuckery before. First of all, they're gonna have to vaccinate, and first of all, the tests are not finished. And when they say, "Yo, we are like 95% accurate vaccine," that's on a sample of 100 people. Now they have to have the result of the rest of the 30,000 people where they do the test from. And you know, now it's a lot of announcing because everybody's now like, listen, there's gonna be a lot of money involved. Even if you don't pay as a person to get vaccinated, or you pay $15 or 20 or whatever amount, somebody gonna have to pay these companies. And all these governments are buying hundreds of millions of doses of those vaccines. So now you have like 3 companies, 2 in the US, 1 in Germany, and I think 1 in Spain. The Chinese already started vaccinating everybody. The clubs are open out there already. So we are starting to see like the end of this mess. But like I said last week, it doesn't mean that problems are finished. It doesn't mean that the economic crisis is not waiting for us after the pandemic. You're gonna have the systemic economic crisis, because a lot of people a lot of people are not gonna stand up after this. You have and before the general population is vaccinated, they're gonna need to vaccinate the people who are the most exposed, which are the people who work at the hospitals, all the medics, the nurses, all these people who are, exposing themselves to high doses of the vaccine. You know, all these people will have to go first, and at the same time, I don't know if these people want to be the guinea pigs. Maybe, you want to test a bit you don't want people to start all, I don't know, having a bad reaction in 6 months. And I understand we want to go fast and find a solution, but a normal vaccine takes 10 years to test, trial, or make it better, etc., etc. So, I mean, it's a tough situation, because I believe that the world has been used to working on vaccines and trying to make it happen. But usually it's, they go to Africa, they go to Asia, they go to poor country, and they do their test, and they're not really like concerned. They're concerned, right? They want to protect themselves, but the disease is usually outside of Europe or outside of the US. So when you have one case of Ebola or one case of one of these in their soil, everybody's like cranky, but you never go more than 30 cases in there, and they never have more than 2 or 3 or 7 dead people. And for the first time in our lifetimes, there you go. You have like millions of people, like tens of millions of people infected, more than 1 million dead, like in all the rich countries on their knees. So I guess this is why they are running fast, and they are finding cures in a speed that is never seen. And at the same time, listen, there's a lot of money to be made. Like, there's a lot of money to be made. If your company finds a vaccine and you tell any country that is trying to save their people and their economies, yo, listen, yeah, it's gonna be like 25 per dose. And every country will say, okay, I want 100 million doses. Boom, you just made 2.5 billion as a company. So this is why all these companies now, they are rushing to say, oh, we found it, yo, we have something that works, etc., etc., and everybody's talking about it, and it's kind of giving people a little bit of hope, giving the economy a little bit of stimulus. But for now, it's more announcing stuff to maybe have pre-sales, and if you have people or you yourself as a company invested $1 billion, $2 billion, $5 billion in creating the solution, the vaccine, or the first vaccine, you want to be the first to sell it, because not only when you say, hey, we found it, your shares go up, and your investors who invested money in your companies, in your shares, they get money just because of the excitation of people. So to give you an example of me, I mean, around May, June, I heard about all the companies that were developing vaccines. So I heard about Moderna, I heard about Pfizer, of course, and BioNTech. I heard that everybody was trying, and during the course of the last 4 months, I invested like every month. I invested like $200 or $300 dollars in shares of each of those companies. Not that much. I probably have like $800 of each of them. And the day that Pfizer announced that they had a vaccine, everything went up of 10 to 15%. And from my investment of 800, it transformed itself into 1,002. So I could sell now, and then the other two, same thing. And then the rest of my stock just went up. So because of one news, I probably made around, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000 just because everything that was closed got hope. So people invested, the stock went up, and I made money. And then it made the Bitcoin go up as well. The XRP is going up as well. So my cryptocurrency assets, they went up as well. Because when everything was going down, I was lucky enough to have some savings that I was not using because we were at home for 4 months. So I just spent all the quarantine investing in cryptocurrency and stocks. And when everything was down, and now everything is going up. So, in a way, made money during all this, and that's interesting. That's